story is something you think you could only see on TV, and tonight that's true. This is Edgar. He was missing for a week, and after 7 days, his family feared the worst. But then something pretty incredible happened. Local 12's Brad Underwood has the story.
All right, let's go. Come on. Come on out.
4-year-old Edgar is now back home. He's a little tired, he's bruised and missing some hair, but he loves to be outside.
Ready? Get it.
Well, maybe he's not quite up to playing fetch just yet. Last week, Sean Ryan was working in the garage when he says their other dog, Oscar, saw something.
Oscar sees something, bolts after it. He sees him go, and then he goes, and then the race is on.
The two adopted dogs have done this before, but they've always come back home. After a night-long search, the Ryans came back home dogless.
In the morning, I head off to work, open the garage door, and there's Oscar. But it's just Oscar.
And that's when the real fear set in. Day after day, the Ryans kept searching. 7 days later, Sean Ryan says he hears something out on a walk.
Like I'm going through the hear it, no, I'm not hearing anything. Then hear it, and then, what am I hearing? And then it's, well, maybe it's a dog, but that can't be Edgar. And then it's like, then he started to get a little louder, and it turned into a little more of a whine.
It was at this pipe drain where the cries came from, just down the street from his home.
Stuck my head down, and then he saw me, and then that's when he sounded the alarm. Then he really started wailing and crying, just screaming, but then also like barking happy, like, oh my gosh, you're here.
But Edgar was stuck. He couldn't get out. The fire department shows up, and with the saw, soon Edgar is free.
They cut the pipe, and we exposed a little bit, and he popped its head out, and then, that was a tearful moment. And then he's caked and muddy and had goo in his eyes and just looked a mess.
Looking back at the last week, Sean is just glad that Edgar is home and that he's safe, but he also can't believe that twice a day during that week-long span, he walked past the very spot where Edgar was stuck.
You feel good, happy to be home?
Health-wise, Edgar is doing great, banged up, but on the road to recovery and back at home.
Head on in.
Brad Underwood, Local 12 News.
Wow, and because of the recent rains, the Ryans believe the water in the pipe actually helped keep Edgar alive and hydrated.